Good morning, guys. So this is going to be one of a series of videos that I'm going to be publishing over time, and it's going to be all working towards a very special project that I will be releasing in the future. But I wanted to start building just a tiny little bit of audience for these subjects in particular beforehand. Today we're going to be speaking about a very controversial subject. Some people will not agree with the things that I am going to say, but first and foremost, I want to let you know that this video is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm not here a doctor, I'm no leader, I'm no professional that works in the field of psychology or anything like that. I'm just simply a vlogger giving my opinion. All right, you guys. So we're going to be talking today about parenting. Are kids paying the mistakes for single parents? That's the topic. So the reason why I decided to make this video today was not only because it's part of the project that I'm working. This morning, I became part of an online thread where they were talking about, some people were giving their opinion on whether they thought that raising a child in this world alone is something that kids have to pay for in the future. And that in particular, I think it's an ignorant comment for many reasons, and I am going to explain today why I think it's an ignorant comment. First of all, the past does not matter. Right now, if you're the guardian, if you are the head of household, if you're in care of a child, it doesn't matter if you have other responsibilities outside your household yet, right? Okay. But if you are taking care of one child and there is an absent parent, or you just simply, are raising your child on your own because, maybe you got divorced, you guys broke up, or maybe the other parent passed away, that does not incapacitate you when it comes to raising that child. That does not make that child in danger or at risk of growing up lacking good characteristics, lacking guidance, or lacking being in their path towards a good future. As long as you are not purposely alienating that child, as long as you leave an open line of communication, you're doing well. As long as you're doing what you have to do to protect that child, to nurture that child, you are doing well, regardless of what happened in the past, regardless of a bad breakup or whatever it was. The important thing here is it's your responsibility to make sure that the child that you are directly raising is being raised safely, and that you're giving that child whatever he or she needs, regardless of whatever anybody else says. Okay, so in that thread, there were some people saying, oh, now that, those two broke up, oh my goodness, now those kids are gonna have to pay the price. What price? What price? People break up all the time. There will never be an instance where a father and a mother have to stay together. They have to be forced to stay together to raise a child correctly. No, because not the outcomes will never be the same. You could be in the same household with a mother and a father and then grow up to be in a lot of trouble, in a lot of recurrent trouble, let's put it that way. And then on the other hand, you could be raised by a single mother and turn out to be a person of a good heart, a compassionate person, a hardworking person, a person that goes out of their way to help others, a person that contributes to humanity. And then another person was saying something like, oh, well, even all the psychologists out there, the studies of psychology tell you that, there's repercussions when it comes to, a mother or a father being absent, that the lack of the father is that doesn't make sense at all. And actually, that doesn't make sense to every psychologist out there. You know why? Because no two psychologists have the same opinion. Never they will. And I'm going to tell you right now why. A lot of them, just like any other human being, will stick to their religious or political values. Period. End of story. You can't go against that. You don't get along with that psychologist because of those values, get another psychologist. Period. Let's take for example, and I'm going to bring you here a very clear and transparent example. Let's talk about IVF. Exactly, IVF. Let's talk about those single parents, whether they're male or females, that want to become parents. Okay, the clinic requires them to get an interview, an evaluation from a psychologist. And do you think every psychologist out there is going to not approve them because they're not going to be in a family circle that involves a mother and a father? No. Becoming a parent, raising a child does not mean that you need a mother and a father to make it efficient. It means you need to be okay here. All right? You need to have the capability here. You need to be able to face hardships in any way. Those psychologists want to make sure that you are capable. Financially doesn't mean that you have to be rich, but you have to have the means. They want to make sure that you have a support system. They want to make sure of how you react in certain situations in life. Those psychologists are not going to ask IVF candidates, do you have a partner, a love partner, a spouse that's going to be there to help you raise that child? Because if that child is not going to be there, if that parent of the opposite gender is not going to be there, then there's going to be problems. That child is going to be paying for all those mistakes. No. That's not the mentality of the psychologists. They go way beyond that. Okay? I'm sorry, I know this sounds a little bit rough, but this is a reality. Being a single parent does not make you incapable of raising a person that's admirable. Don't let anybody tell you that raising a child on your own is a mistake. Here's what you're going to tell them. You're going to tell those people that if having that child and raising that child on your own is a mistake, then tell them that that's the best mistake you have ever made. You can be mom, you can be dad, uncle, auntie, cousin, all at the same time, as long as you provide what they need. As long as you teach that kid everything beautiful that the world has to offer. As long as you teach that kid what they can do to help others. As long as you provide that kid with as many opportunities as you can. As long as you watch out for them. As long as you're always there. And I'm talking about when you are in charge of them in your household under the same roof. As long as you do what you need to do. As long as you're not always giving away and teaching them that it takes efforts to get somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, that child is going to be more than okay. Thank you so very much for watching my video today. I'm going to have some links below. Also, I'm going to be adding this video to a different playlist. It's going to be part of my mystery project because I can't say right now what the project is. It's going to come out in the future. But this is going to be one of the subjects involved. So thank you so much, guys. You have a great day.